Broadcasting live from the Bob and Joe RV Center's mobile studio, it's Frank Rizzo, and with me is Granger Smith. Good afternoon.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are things touring? You're a busy man.
Yeah. This is actually an exciting day because we've been out quite a while, and the bus goes home tonight after the show.
So you get to see the kiddos.
Yep.
So when you go home, does the whole band, do they just disperse across the country, or do you make them stay there, watch the kids, so you and your wife can go out?
No, you know what's awesome is with this crew, and I'm hoping in the future to keep it like this, but everyone is local. We're all out of Central Texas, and so it's kind of there's Austin, Texas, and within 30 miles of Austin, Texas is everyone except for one guitar player who's in Dallas, which is 3 hours away. And so it's nice because when we go home to our headquarters, our little warehouse where we park the bus, everyone gets to go see their family as well.
Excellent. That's got to be pretty handy. So how long are you actually on the road without seeing them?
I don't ever really go that long, which is a huge financial investment, and a lot of us do the same thing with Southwest Airlines and, and United and American. We're all really good friends with those airlines. So, for instance, tomorrow I have a flight out of Kansas City at 5 in the morning to go home, and that'll allow me to beat the bus by about 10 hours, by about a day, because the bus driver eventually has to stop and sleep. So that'll get me home, and then I'll be home for a handful of days. And off the top of my head, I'm not sure when the next tour leaves, but it's probably Thursday. So it usually gives me about 4 days to kind of soak in the family. And then in general, as a rule, 2 weeks is kind of my max that I'll go without seeing them before I start going stir crazy,
right.
And they're going stir crazy at the same time. And honestly, that's kind of rare. Usually it's a 1 week deal. I'll get 1 day home, 24 hours back on the road, wow. And that's usually enough.
So, I mean, you're going all over the place. If you look at your website's tour schedule, it seems like you don't ever have a break.
No, we don't. A lot of people say, so when are you going on tour, or when does the tour end? And in country music, it never really ends. And we're just always out. We're just always gone. In the rock world, you'll have a 6-week tour, and then you're done for months.
Yeah.
Not us. We're always out. And the last few years I've taken a break in December. There's kind of a block mid-December through New Year's that we won't play anything unless something crazy comes in that we need to do. But other than that, December is our break. December,
that's good. Always good to be home around the holidays.
Yeah.
So 9 albums in the bag. Your latest release is 4x4, and that was when I actually bought the CD. I was like, there's only 4 tracks on it.
I would have given you one. You didn't have to buy it.
Well, I gotta support you somehow. So you get there's only 4 tracks on it, and then I read that that's actually just kind of a precursor to the new album.
Yes, yeah. So the new album. This is the first time I've ever done that. The EP route, and kind of the purpose of that was to be able to go ahead and get music out now, while I'm continuing to work on the rest of the album. And so literally today, right before I came over here, I was on the bus editing background vocals going on the new album. So that's coming along, and in the meantime we get songs out to everyone.
So you never take a break. When you're driving down the road, you're in the back of the bus editing your latest album.
Yeah.
Wow, that seems a little crazy. I like to at least take a nap.
Yeah, sleep is important. I try to tell myself, make hay while the sun's shining, because this part of the business, the artist part, has a shelf life. It's not gonna be forever.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to just kind of cram it all in right now, knowing that one day things will really slow down, and that'll be good.
I don't think I can't imagine a world without a Granger Smith playing somewhere within driving distance. And the thing is that you're not on a major label, but you seem to be the king of guerrilla marketing when it comes to getting your face out there. 3 million social media followers. You got 30 million hits on YouTube. I mean, you're a sensation when it comes to getting yourself out there.
Yeah, and it's because we didn't set off in the beginning with that intention. That's just how that was. It came about because of necessity. I actually talked to a guy this morning who related it to, he was a college coach, and he said he got a job at a small college, and he had to recruit harder and better and smarter than the big colleges because he didn't have as much to offer. And that's similar. It relates to me. I have to work harder on social media. I have to make music and put it out faster and put out more of it and put out more content and better content. I'm forced to do that because we don't have the exposure of a major label, and that's what I've been doing the last 10 years. And it's a harder path, but ultimately it's definitely rewarded me with having something special that we could talk about as an independent act.
So what's the goal from here on out? Where do you want to be in 5 years?
Yeah, finding the right relationship and continuing to grow our team is what we've always looked at as being the most important thing. Regardless of who wants to work with us and who wants to put a record out, it's more important who gets it, who understands, and who says, hey, what you guys have done has been great, and we just want to add to that and help grow that so that we don't have to change what you're doing and put it into our model. We'll take what you're doing and put our power behind it. And so whether that's radio teams or PR teams or distribution, putting the album in stores, whoever that is, that's who we're always looking for and answering the phone for.
So, well, speaking of the album, so 4x4's out. You can get that a variety of places. GrangerSmith.com it comes to mind first of all. So, what can we expect from the newest album?
This newest album is continuing to evolve as I'm editing and tweaking and adding things and subtracting things. And so it's finally taking a life of its own that I could actually speak about just in the recent weeks. And this record already feels like it has, it's a little bit a rougher roller coaster ride, meaning it has some lower valleys and some higher peaks than the last record did. And so it's gonna be a bigger journey. Notice I'm not saying if that's good or bad,
right? Because
as an artist making this record, I still can't. It's not finished, and so I can't say it's the best thing ever. But it's definitely feeling like it has more emotion than I've ever had, and some songs have less emotion. You're right. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Some of them are shallower, and some of them are way deeper. And I think for that aspect alone, it's going to be a cool record.
So it's like telling a woman that you love her eyes versus nice ass.
Yeah, and this record has both of those.
So we actually have two of your songs in regular rotation on KSOM, Bury Me in Blue Jeans and Backroad Song. And Backroad Song is one of those songs where I just can't get it out of my head. I'll drive down the road and start whistling.
Thanks.
You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Is that kind of thing going to be on the new album?
That was
it's stuck in your head.
That was definitely intentional with Backroad Song, and that was a lot of the reason why it became the first single off of what is going to become this new album. And yeah, when I was writing Backroad Song, I wanted something that was memorable, that you could roll the windows down and essentially be what it's talking about. When it's talking about a Backroad Song, I wanted it to be that one. And something that you couldn't get out of your head. And yeah, there's definitely a handful of tunes on this record that hopefully have the same effect.
So tonight, of course, Guthrie's River Ruckus gets kicked off. You're the second act on stage. What can we expect from a Granger Smith show if we've never seen one?
Yeah, this is fun because this is the second time we've played River Ruckus. The first time was 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And we've hit a couple of these fairs this year, in fact, that we played that same season 2 years ago. And I've noticed the last ones that we've played, how much we've grown since then, musically and the entire crew. What we've learned in these last 2 years of really heavy touring, and so we're always excited to bring what we've learned back to a place that we've been before. When we know this crowd is insane here at River Ruckus, I love this crowd. This is one of the ones that we remember forever. And so to be able to bring more energy and more dynamic and a little bit more knowledge of what we're going into, and to bring that tonight will be a lot of fun.
That's it. I'm super excited for tonight's show. Tickets still available, by the way, MidwestTix.com. You can get them at Hometown Foods in Panora and Stewart and Guthrie Center. Also, the box office has 2-day passes as well. Don't miss Granger Smith tonight. Guthrie's River Ruckus. Is there anything you wanted to add about the show or anything in particular?
We're excited, and like I said, this is the last day. We've been on a lot of festivals, and this is the last day of this tour. And so we're going to hang out the whole night, watch the entire show before we leave, and all of us are going to have kind of that empty the tank feeling.
So they're going to waste all the gas tonight. Don't miss Granger Smith tonight at Guthrie's River Ruckus. It's Frank Rizzo broadcasting live from the Bob and Joe's RV Center's mobile studio on Southwest Iowa's number 196.5 KSOM.